Hey, what's up guys? This is Ian and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to talk about this Xiaomi 10th anniversary phone, and it's the Mi 10 Ultra. Now before I do that, I hope you guys can give me a thumbs up for this video and subscribe to my channel. That will help me a lot. Right, so this is Xiaomi's 10th anniversary phone edition, alright, Mi 10 Ultra. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to do a quick unboxing. I will go through the specs of this phone. I will set up the phone and then use the phone for a couple of days. Then I'll come back and give you guys my thoughts and views about this phone. Right, so let's get right into it. Let's get my pen knife out. And here it goes. No, actually, you know what I'm gonna do, let's go through the box first. Outside you can see is all in Chinese because this phone is only available in China, and this is the Mi 10, and this version I got is the black version, and it's got 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. Alright, on this side is just some text of the Xiaomi, and the front same thing, on the side it's on the same thing. And what I like about this box is this packaging is this holographic image that you see in front. So no matter how you angle this box, you do see the holographic, some sort of a downlight image. Right, so much for the box. Let's open this up. Okay, so let's try shake it out. The vacuum inside is gonna make this a bit tough, but no matter. Okay, so covers out. It's a silver kind of box, pretty good, tough. And here you have some write-up in Chinese, which, you know, yeah, nobody reads. I don't read as well. And here you have the phone itself. Let's put it one side, and then come back to that later. And you got a filler here, and this here we'll put 10th anniversary Xiaomi. Yeah, Xiaomi 10th anniversary. Just and over here you got your charging cable from USB-A to USB-C, right? And here, oh my god, look at this guys. It's 120 watts charging brick. Alright, this is a Mi 10 turbocharged 10th anniversary edition, designed by Xiaomi. Wow, look at this. And it comes in the US pins, so I think it's quite compatible in the US. So let's put the charging brick one side. Let's pull out this box. It's got your pin ejector tool, and here it has got this case. So this is the standard TPU case that got this sand blasted kind of feel to it. Pretty thick. It's a jelly case, right? On the side is curved down, just like that. Pretty good. And here we have an adapter. Wow. So this adapter is for, it's actually a dongle. So this dongle is a headphone jack, so which means this Mi 10 Ultra doesn't come with a headphone jack built in. unfortunately, but yeah, so they do give you an adapter if you want to use your traditional headphones, and some right up, and which we don't really read, and that's it for the box. Okay, so let's put the box one side and look at the phone. Wow. Okay, nice. Let's open this up. Oh, look at the camera. Wow, slides right off. And there you go, guys. This is the Mi 10 Ultra. Nice black. I like the black. I'm a fan of black phones, and this is my kind of color. The phone feels pretty premium, very thick. The hole to it is pretty good. It's a very huge phone. Huge phone. Alright, so let's go through the specs. Basically, this phone is 162 millimeters tall, right? And 75 millimeters wide. And the thickness is 9.5 millimeters. And it weighs 220 grams. And in the front, it has got a Gorilla Glass 5. And at the back, it has got a Gorilla Glass 6. And the frame is made of aluminum. It's got a dual SIM card slot somewhere here, right here, and doesn't have any expansion for memory, unfortunately. The display comes in OLED. Yes, it's OLED touchscreen, and it's got 1 billion beautiful colors to it. The size of the screen is 6.6 inches, and the resolution is 1080 by 1080 by 2340 pixels. So in total, the pixel density is 386, which means this is a very, very good phone, top of the line phone, right? So the brightness of the screen is 800 nits. Very, very bright phone. It's very, very bright display. So this phone comes built-in Android 10, and it's got a MIUI 12, and it's inside it's got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chip. What does this mean? This is the top of the tier phone, guys. This is the best phone you can get in the market right now. It's got an octa-core CPU, and it's got a Adreno 650 graphic processor, right? It's got no memory expansion, as I mentioned, and internally it's got it ranges from 128 gigabytes all the way up to 512 gigabytes of storage if you guys want. And the RAM starts at 8 gigs, and it goes all the way up to 16 gigs. It depends on which variant you get. Right, let's talk about the camera. So, camera here, you got the main camera, and this is the best camera you can find in the market right now. This is the 48 megapixel 1.9 aperture, 25 millimeter wide aperture lens. All right, and it's the best camera. You can go up to, very far. Very nice camera. Next, you have your 48 megapixel zoom, periscope telephoto lens, and this can go up to 5 times optical zoom, and it has got 120 times hybrid zoom. Wow, I don't even know what that means. This hybrid zoom, it can go up to 120 times. I'm going to try that out later. The next camera we're going to talk about is this 12 megapixel camera, and it's got a aperture of 2.0, and it's a telephoto camera lens. And the next one is a 20 megapixel ultra wide lens. This lens, I don't know, it's 12 millimeter lens. Yeah, shoot really wide. Okay, so that's for the main camera. In the front, you have the selfie camera. This notch here, and this selfie camera can shoot up to 20 megapixel, and it shoots up to 1080p. Yeah. Oh, talk about videos. The camera at the back can shoot up to 8K at 24 frames per second. And if you were to shoot in 4K, you can shoot up to 30 or 60 frames per second. And if you are shooting at 1080p, you can go all the way up to 960 frames per second. So that is sick. This camera is really good, and it comes with optical image stabilization up to 5 times the zoom, I think. Okay, now let's talk about the speakers. So you have your speaker on top here. There's a speaker at the phone grill here, and you got a speaker at the bottom here. The speaker grill is here. So which means you have stereo speakers for this phone. And unfortunately, it doesn't come with any headphone jacks, so you don't see any headphone jacks. So that's the reason why they gave this dongle, right? So this is why they gave the dongle. So let's talk about the communication. So basically, this phone has got all your basic communication, which is your wireless LAN, your GPS, your NFC, and it comes with the infrared blaster right on top here, and it doesn't have radio, and that's about it. Yeah, but it's got NFC, right? And it's got front under the screen fingerprint sensor, which is very good. I love that. I was using the Mi 10, sorry, the Mi 9, and it's the fingerprint sensor under the display, and I really like the position of this fingerprint sensor. It's really good. Okay, let's talk about the battery. So this phone comes with a battery of 4,500 watts, and it's not removable. And well, 4,500 watts is not a really big 4,500 milliamp, not watts, milliamp battery, and it's not removable, and it's not that great. It's not a very huge battery, but it comes with fast charging, and hear me out, right? 0 to 41% in 5 minutes. And to charge his phone from 0 to 100% is 23 minutes. I'm going to say that again. For this phone to fully charge from 0 to 100 is 23 minutes. Oh my God. If you couple the phone with this charging brick, which is a 120 watt fast charger, this phone beats anyone else in the market in terms of charging speed. Right? So the battery may not be huge, but this phone can charge up really fast. And not only that, it's got fast charging, wireless charging at 50 watts, and it can go 100%. Listen to me. Wireless charging, 100%, 0 to 100% in 40 minutes. I think in some phones, fast charging with the cable, right? You can't even charge it up to 100% in 1 hour. And this is really amazing. All right, this battery technology in the Xiaomi phones are really amazing, right? And this is I don't know, I'm blown away. And one more thing, this phone has got reverse charging, so you can charge your other phone or you can charge your earbuds. Just placing it here, it's got a Qi charger here, and you can do reverse charging at 10 watts. Right, amazing. I love the battery of this phone, right? And it comes in 3 colors, right? The black, which the one I have here, comes in which is called the obsidian black. Then it's got mercury silver, and Also, it comes in a transparent case at the back. All right. So this phone retails at 1,000 US dollars. It's not available outside of China, but I'm sure you can find a retailer online to buy from. And I really like this phone. Already, this phone, the specs itself is killing it. Right. This is a flagship phone, definitely a flagship phone, and I'm sure I'm gonna love this phone. Let's have a closer look. All right. So that's it, guys, for the specs. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set up the phone, and then I'm going to start using it. Use it for a couple of days, and then I'll come back with my full review of this phone. Be right back. Welcome back, guys. All right, so I have set up this phone. I've played around with it for a couple of days. I've taken some photos, taken some videos, and let's talk about this phone right now. I like this phone. This phone is light. It's not really hefty. Okay, you can feel it feels good in the hands. It comes pre-installed. Comes pre-installed with a screen protector. Oh, it comes pre-installed with a screen protector. I can feel it. It also comes with the case. This case is actually a TPU case. It's got this frosted look to it. The texture as well, right? Pretty good. It has OLED screen, right? The screen is OLED, and it's got 800 nits of brightness, so very good under the sunlight. I can read my text under the sunlight, no problem. Okay, this is a Chinese phone, Chinese version, so you need to install the Play Store in order to get all these apps on this phone. Okay, the fingerprint sensor is very good. It's blazing fast. Okay, let's try that again. Look at that. Okay, the fingerprint sensor is good, very responsive. The face unlock is very good as well. In fact, very fast. Let's try that. Okay, I'm looking at my phone. Let's do that again. Let's wake the phone up. And that's how fast it is, the face unlock. Let's try that again. Don't blink. There you go. Okay, so face unlock is fast. Fingerprint sensor is good. Let's talk about the functions. Okay, so I've been using the MIUI 12. And this MIUI 12 is very good. Okay, I like it very much. Let me see. You got a few functions here. So I've been using Mi UI for a few years now. Ever since Mi 8, Mi 9, and Mi 10. So trust me when I say it's good. And this OS is good. Okay, it's good. It's simple. It's not that complicating. It doesn't have those fancy icons that you get in other launches, but this is a very good launcher, right? So this phone can have a dual SIM card, so you can choose which SIM card you want to use for making calls and which SIM card you want to use for data, right? Pretty simple. And then you have your always on display. So basically here you can set what you want to show on your screen when your phone is on standby mode. Alright, so now my phone is on standby mode, and this is what the screen shows. There you go. And when you wake the phone, it will also show the user name or whatever name you want to put here. Okay. Next, we talk about notifications. It's pretty standard. Double tap to wake. Smart cover mode. That's pretty standard as well. Let's talk about the display. So display, you can actually set the brightness automatically, or you can set it manually. I prefer to set it manually myself. Sometimes I just don't want it to be automatically dimming and brightening at its own will. Okay. Brightness, you can choose your color scheme as well. Here I put it to auto. Okay, I trust the system to know what kind of colors I like. And then here you can set your anti-flicker mode depending on which environment you're in. Okay, and depends on which continent you're in as well. All right, system text, nothing much here. One thing I want to talk about in the other function is security, passwords and security. Here you have a setting called second space. This I like very much. I have not turned it on, but you can actually set up a different profile for this phone itself. So anyone that wants to try out your phone won't be looking at your actual information, your actual photos or your actual messages. It's basically they're looking at another phone, okay, if you know what I mean. So second space is really good if you want to have a different profile to the phone. And then you have battery. Let's talk about the battery. This battery is the best. The charging of this battery is the best in the world. It's the fastest. Okay, this phone can charge from 0 to 100 in 23 minutes. Okay, I repeat, 23 minutes from 0 to 100. And I mean, that's on paper, and I've tried it out. It does charge up to, it took about maybe 30 minutes. Depends on the condition. You got to give Xiaomi some tolerance, you know, of what you can accept. But I think 30 minutes is what I can tolerate, and it does work, okay? And this is how the animation looks like. You can see 120 watts max charging. This is amazing. Okay, this is my first phone that can charge so fast. In fact, it's the fastest charging phone in the world. Okay, so that's for the battery. Apps is pretty standard. You can set those there. Okay, so much for that. Let's play some music. Okay, let's play some music from YouTube. Hear the sound on the speakers. So you do have a speaker at the top grill, and then you do have a speaker at the bottom here. Okay, so the speakers are pretty loud. Okay, the speakers, this is at max volume, so this is pretty loud. The speakers are pretty loud, especially if you cup your hands like this, it becomes louder. So you do get stereo sound because you have two speakers firing at you, and it's really loud for a phone. Fast forward a little bit. Right, so that's for the sound. Let's play some games. Okay, so let's play some Mobile Legends.
Welcome to Mobile Legends. Launch attack. Launch attack. 5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
So as you can see,
Deployed.
the gameplay is really smooth,
Moderate, respectful, and sincere.
and I've put the settings to the max settings for this game.
Wise choice.
Okay.
Where do you think you're blood? Launch attack. Or prepare for destruction. You have slain an enemy.
Okay, so much for the gameplay.
You can't run from my.
Okay, so gameplay is really smooth, right? And I think this game is with 120 Hertz refresh rate, gaming shouldn't be a problem with this phone. Right, so let's take a look at some photos and videos that I took with this phone. Okay, so here are some of the photos I took with the camera. It's pretty okay. Most of the time I'm shooting with the main sensor, and then I tried the zoom, I tried the ultra zoom, and I tried the mega zoom, and it's really long zoom, but the photos don't turn out really sharp. We do have portrait photos, macro photos, and I took some photos of my food. I took some night shots as well. The night shots are not that great, but it's okay. Alright, so this is the front facing camera in landscape mode. Pretty neat. This is the main camera, and this is pretty good. The video recording now is in 4K at 60 frames per second. Look at the sky. Very nice. Let's try to zoom. Zoom a little bit more. See how much more it can zoom. So this is 6 times zoom at 4K. Let's try and go wide. Right. So this is 1 time zoom. There you go. This is at 1080p and at 5 times zoom by default. So let's go in a bit more. That's the max you can go. Okay, so this is the main camera. I'm recording in 4K 60 frames per second. I'm gonna walk. This is recording in 1080p 30 frames per second with the Steady Pro function on, and I'm gonna walk. This is recording in 8K. I'm going to walk. Okay, another cool feature about this phone is this picture-in-picture function. So basically I can present a product at the same time I can look at myself, and I'm in the screen in recording itself. It's pretty good. I like this function. So if you are presenting a product, doing a product presentation, this is a very good function. I like this. Okay guys, so I think to summarize, this is a great phone. It's a flagship phone. Definitely recommend from me to buy. I think if you were to get this phone, it's gonna last you for a few years. Okay, with the case on, and if you protect it, it's gonna be, it will last you for a long time. Okay, so that's what I think about this phone. It's a very great phone to get, to use, and I do recommend it. And I'll thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.